All right. So this would be like three different questions in one topic. So forgiveness over resentment to yourself, to the people around you, and to, nah, just that. Forgiveness over resentment to the people around you and to yourself.
Well, let's start with yourself first.
Okay.
A lot of times we fail to forgive ourselves for our transgressions, thoughts, actions, things like that, right? Because maybe we think we don't need to forgive ourselves, right? But forgiveness in itself is a cleansing tool, right? It cleanses your soul, you know. Now resentment, man, it cuts a little deeper, right? Because you can have resentment, man, for the people, right? And getting back to forgiveness, right? Once you forgive yourself, you don't have the power, the tools you need to forgive other people, right? Because the old saying, "I forgive, I won't forget," right? The forget part is the resentment part. You know what I'm saying, right? So you're still carrying that along, So summing up, I think forgiveness is the key. Learn how to forgive yourself and others, so you can move forward. Because forgiveness is not for them; it's for you. Okay.
Because I usually go under the idea of I can forgive someone for something, but I won't forget what happened.
That's resentment, all right?
Well, not in a resentment kind of way, but just a like, you've hurt me.
It'll come back to you.
It'll come back to me.
It always does.
I know. 3 hours later,
Yeah. Hey, Rod.
we have to do everything all over again. Start from the very beginning. Oh, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So usually I'm very quick to forgive people for things, especially when they acknowledge it. Like that's usually if they don't acknowledge it, I still forgive them, but forgiveness, but also not forgetting that that has happened before, and that if it happens again, that's more serious.
I'll tell you a story. There's a show on TV called The West Wing, probably the greatest television show on air, I think, right? And Martin Sheen played the president. Now, think about it for a second. He's in the Oval Office. He's doing presidential things, right? No matter if there's a bombing somewhere or there's a school shooting somewhere, right? He's doing all these things, right? But at the end of that topic, right, he always said, "What's next?" Right? Because he let you know that we're moving on from this, right? What's next, right? And I think that with forgiveness is like you telling yourself, "Okay, what's next?" Because if you don't forgive, you carrying that day in and day out. You're thinking about it, you're rewriting the scene, right? But if you forgive and say, "Okay, what's next?" You can move on. Yeah.
What about the people that, because I know a good number of people who got really hurt from other people's control, but in a way that they didn't at the time see it. So how would you be able to forgive someone who's really hurt you a lot, or like took advantage of your kindness?
People come in your life for what? A
Real season.
Right? So what I like to do also, what I have probably like a group of like 10, 12 of the people I'm really close with, family members, things like that, right? And so what that means that you think that family members will get a pass, right? But no. What I like to do, I like to reestablish our relationship. You know what I'm saying, right? Let's bring up what happened, right? Let me get your viewpoint, get my viewpoint, right? Let's see if we can agree to whether we want to keep this thing going on or not. Because that's fine with me, right? Because I have enough friends. The 10 I got is enough, right? So that way, it'll bring a piece to you and to them, and no hard feelings, whatever, But most time, you can find a way to work it out, whatever. Because who knows what a person's going through to make that decision, do what they did. That's why I said, hey, let's reestablish our relationship, see what's going on.
You have to be able to help them out and lift them up, but also let them fall and make those mistakes themselves. So if you want to help the person, because there's the idea that you love someone. Love is when you are helping someone when they don't seem like they're worth helping. But at the same time, if you really love someone, you also let them take the falls and learn from their mistakes. So how do How do you apply that either to your life or to the way you see other people?
My wife reminded me a while back that, Rod, everybody don't want what you want. Everybody don't want the finer things. Everybody don't want the clear mentality, right? So you got to let people be who they are, right? So the way I do it is that I don't try to force my lifestyle, my mindset on people, but I meet them where they are, right? And if they want my advice, want my help, that's one thing, right? But they choose to live their life where they're living it, but depend on me for help, we got a problem. There's a conversation there, right? So what I do is that I take each step at a time and see whether or not I need to put my 2 cents into it or not. Because a lot of times, time will be my it'll work out for both of us with time, because they might forget about it or want to delay it, whatever, right? So it'll pass on, and then we won't have to worry about it no more.
How do you balance? I mean, not balance. Kind of like with government programs, they usually start out with trying to support people through rough times, but then they get to the point where people start depending on that for not as support, but rather just as a livelihood. So how would you distinguish something that supports you short term versus something that you start teetering towards dependence on long term?
Well, I just realized that as one organization we have in this country that does exact that. They come to you when you need it the most. It's FEMA, right? You don't see that's no one of them for FEMA say, "Hey, I can't pay my rent. Can you help me out?" Let's recognize it. Let's recognize what you're going through. That's the situation. Then we can help you. That's fine. But it's going to stop, right? Right. So I think that when people look for services and programs for an extended period of time, that's, for lack of a better word, that's lazy. That's, I would take the easy way out, right? That's when I think the stimulus checks is the worst thing that happened in this country, because that just perpetuated the situation. It made it worse, right? Because I know clients that the money they got, and they a single mom with like the 3 or 4 kids, right, got a lot of money, right? And they were the same ones as was seen in different stores spending it, not knowing, hey, this is a golden opportunity. Let me try to get out of debt. Let me try to save some of it, right? Let me try to rebalance my finances. Oh, no, 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 no. Because when free money comes, you think it's always going to come, right? Because you didn't earn it. Right?
So how do you like when you're helping people and you have that goodwill to say, hey, this person needs a little bit of help, let me help them in the right direction. How do you balance between helping them and then giving them so much information that they start to depend on you for the same thing over and over?
Well, depends on the situation. I make it clear, right? Okay, this is our plan. I'm helping with this, and this, right? If you do those steps, you won't need me no more, right? So if the data type who want to come back, week after week, month after month, whatever, then we got a problem, because I know that there's something else going on that they're not, uh, they have not revealed to me yet, and then we might have a problem.
All right. So there's a difference between helping people to solve their problems and helping people become self-reliant. Okay. And you try to go for the self-reliance.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
What would you define self-reliance as?
As far as financial?
Financial, mentality, personality, in a general sense.
You said it earlier.
Oh, I did?
Take responsibility.
Ah, shoot.
Because think about it. Mentally, their situation could not be their fault, right? It is what it is. It's life, they call it, right? And so as long as I'm in a situation, I need help, right? But the government didn't tell you to go out and have all these kids. The government didn't tell you to not go to school, get an education, right? You chose this path. So why should the government have to pay for it, right? Now I think it need to be restructured where not if you apply for a program once and it's time limit on it, right? And that's it. That's it.